Hey y'all, it's Morgan. Today I wanted to talk about my mission statement, my goals and my visions going forward. Going into pageantry and starting my brand and working my way up, I hope to, first of all, raise awareness and education for spina bifida. As many of y'all know, I wasn't diagnosed until I was 22. When I was diagnosed, I was finally told that I did have a rare form of spina bifida. It was hard to diagnose because of the rare location of it, and I am still undergoing treatment and trying to better my education for my self-care. This is a very, very important thing to me, as almost approximately 7 out of 10,000 birds are affected with spina bifida. Many have the form of spina bifida occulta and aren't diagnosed until their later years. Of course, this is a very mild form of it, and typically they don't have as many issues. I had recently actually heard a account of a man with spina bifida who was in the army and did not know about it until later on. He was discharged and gotten medical treatment and was diagnosed with spina bifida occulta. So many people can lead very normal lives, but there are health conditions that usually tie into spina bifida, and these can affect you later down the line. Typically, this includes gastrointestinal, kidney disease. Sometimes it will lead to developmental delays, of course, curvature of the spine. Everyone's cases vary. My hope is to, of course, make it more known or make it easier to recognize the signs and symptoms of spina bifida, so you might find medical treatment if necessary. Moving on to my second mission, I really want to inspire and motivate women with disabilities and impairments that you can follow your dreams and that it shouldn't hold you back because of the stereotypical beauty standards that are involved. Some of my family was involved in modeling, but I was discouraged, of course, because I have a very big scar running down my back, and of course I walk with a limp, or I have a stutter sometimes. It just depends. Typically that discouraged me from ever possibly fitting with the typical beauty norms. I'm glad to have found the man that I'm with now, because he's increased my confidence so much, and I'm so thankful to him. But because of him, I've decided to pursue the pageantry. This is a natural pageant system, and I'm really, really proud to be a part of the system, just because it does embrace women that do have disabilities. It doesn't discount us. I feel just as beautiful as the other ladies that are competing, and I am learning some valuable experience. So all of these things are great things. It's going to help show other women that they can jump into the fray, and they can get out there on stage, and they can wear a beautiful dress and model with a cane or in a wheelchair. I wear my knee brace on stage and my cane, so I don't see why there'd be any reason that someone else could not do the same. Of course, this pageant also is $0.99, so if you're 35, if you're 63, if you're 72, you can join it if you want to. I highly encourage someone to do so if you really want to just test the waters. They do have one coming up in August, if anybody's interested in trying out for that one. That is a universal beauty. I do not believe that there is a talent portion included, but don't quote me on that. But moving into my third goal, I am really, really excited to try and bridge the gap between homeless families and low-income families and the resources that are available to them. A lot of people know from either my youth or from high school that we moved around a lot during my childhood, and I jumped from apartment to apartment. I lived in shelters. I was homeless for a short period of time, and no fault to my parents. My mother was a single parent. She tried her best, but stuff happens. Life isn't the easiest for some of us, but it did teach me values. It told me to respect other people and respect the things that they might be going through. Someone's appearance, never but judge a book by its cover, essentially. Their appearance are not going to be the same as their values or their character, and you're never going to get the full picture from someone just by looking at them. But growing up, I was never able to do sports. I never thought that we were, I was never able to physically do sports, but I also never was encouraged to join activities because I knew that we were broke. Well, not broke, but you know, we were low income. And because we were low income, I didn't think that it was possible for me to pursue those extracurricular activities. So I really do want to try and cooperate with hopefully the resources that are available through the resource centers, the libraries, the schools, homeless shelters, anything that we might be able to compile the resources available to those low-income and homeless families and get them the help and support that they might need. Also, to potentially start a fund for extracurricular activities for students that are low income. Of course, this is a goal that will take some time to develop, but it is an idea that I have been mulling over for quite some time. I feel like it would be both beneficial to the youth because they would learn valuable skills, they would be able to pursue the items that they would be interested in, and the parents wouldn't have to stress so much about the cost if there was some kind of fund available to assist them in providing them extracurricular activities. And of course, if there is something like that available, it needs to be more well known. It needs to be something that is given to any family that has an estimated annual income under so much. If the students aren't participating in sports and no one is reaching out to them and no one is showing them that they have those resources available to them, they're never going to be able to develop those skills. They're never going to know that that's available to them. They're going to feel discouraged. And that's exactly the type of things that we need to fight, especially with depression being so high, with our youth being so heavily affected by standards, by social media. I just hope to essentially better our youth, better community by bettering our youth. Other than that, those are my primary missions. Those are my primary goals. I do want to share some values with y'all when it comes to my personal values. I am one of those people that I am all-inclusive. If you need someone to talk to, if you need someone to reach out to, if you just need someone to, just listen to you, I'm here. I'm also great to give advice. I have seen many things in my day-to-day life, from abuse to homelessness to low income to depression and anxiety. I've also experienced child loss. Of course, I'm disabled, so I deal with physical limitations and mobility issues. But I'm also passionate about science and astronomy. I am also passionate about animals. Of course, you can see I've got my chicken coop back here. I've got 6 chickens. I feel passionately about helping those who are in need, just because what you give is what you get. And putting out that good energy, you can change someone's entire day. You can better someone's entire week. They might be contemplating suicide and you smiled at them and that changed their entire perspective for that day. So, being kind is definitely a big one. Now, that's not to say that you don't stand for your beliefs, because standing up for yourself and standing for who you are is a big part of finding yourself. Because if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for everything. So just remember to follow who your character is, follow your goals, and follow your aspirations, because there's so many avenues in today's world to accomplish your dreams, and if you put that best foot forward and you try your hardest, I'm sure you'll be able to get there someday. So don't give up just because you get knocked back 10 steps. You jump back up and you keep moving. I have been knocked off my feet and learned how to walk again twice now, so this is my third time walking. There's nothing to say that it's gonna stop you. I wasn't supposed to ever walk in general. I got very lucky in that. So, like this, if you need a sign to say like, hey, you know, you can do something. You can do something with your life, and you are valuable. This is it. You can go ahead and follow your dreams, guys. But I'm gonna hop on out of here and gotta get some stuff done. But y'all have a great afternoon.